Last week, Washington hatched yet another job report that looks fantastic on the outside and is pretty nasty under the hood. According to the Labor Department, employers added 216,000 jobs in December, outpacing forecasts, the New York Times reported with glee, and leaving the unemployment rate unchanged at a respectable 3.7%. The Associated Press could barely hold on to their adjectives, telling readers it was a robust number reflecting continued economic strength in a healthy economy. Indeed, that it was, quote, evidence that the Fed may be able to achieve a notoriously difficult soft landing. That would be notorious as in the Fed has never pulled it off in 110 years and literally dozens of attempts. Alas, if you've been paying attention, you won't be surprised that under the hood it was a brutal report. My friend EJ Antoni went through the numbers. For starters, the economy actually lost 1.5 million full-time jobs in a single month, replaced by part-time gigs, so second jobs and DoorDash, which have now hit nearly 9 million gigs that are counted as jobs. Next, the Department of Labor quietly revised down almost every single job report in 2023. Slashing it all, 430,000 imaginary jobs, that's 40,000 per month. In other words, those jobs never existed. They were figments of the imagination of well-paid government statisticians. Now, getting 10 out of 11 wrong, all in the same direction, is pretty impressive. After all, true mistakes should break about 50-50. Of course, it's different when you are paid to make mistakes and have the so-called birth-death statistical model to black box your way to whatever number the narrative requires. Incidentally, those imaginary jobs were all private sector, so government jobs actually grew more than reported, and they now stand at 23 million parasites, or government workers, as burdens on the rest of the economy. Now keep in mind, every one of those government jobs is paid for by multiple real jobs. In fact, last month that ratio was just 3 private sector jobs holding up every government job. So you can look at it as you have to hand a government worker a third of your salary to cover his bills, on top of the rest of what government spends on wars, climate, vote buying, and so on. Now, in case you wondered how they blow through so many trillions so fast, there you go. The final mystery is, if all those jobs are fake, why is official unemployment still so low? And that's easy, because 700,000 Americans dropped out of the labor force in a single month, adding to the millions who have dropped out since COVID. Where did they all go? Some gave up altogether, so-called discouraged workers. Others went on government benefits, likely for life. Neither are counted as unemployed. They may as well be retired and sprawled on a sofa on a San Francisco corner. Tallying up those missing workers, we would have about not 6 million unemployed at 3.7%. In reality, it would be closer to 11 to 13 million unemployed, with a jobless rate closer to 7%. So what's next? Brought to you by Unchained.com. In recent videos, I've characterized our job market as government jobs, DoorDash, and motivated government statisticians. This report keeps it up. The media does everything to hide it, but going by polling, Americans are choosing to believe their eyes. Now the question is, will they vote what they see? Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.